Hello, audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. So where were we?
Uh,
Scenario
between A to
one.
B,
Mhm.
this
हाँ.
scenario.
Yeah, yeah. So Rohan, now
Yeah, yeah.
can you tell me about DMZ and have you configured DMZ in your project?
No, we were planning to, but like we had aptitude in between, so that's why.
So what is
DMZ,
DMZ
it's
and
uh, yes,
hmm?
yes. Yeah, continue.
Hmm? Yeah, yeah, nahi. What is DMZ and what are the resources which we keep in DMZ?
Yeah, DMZ is like demilitarized zone. It is
Okay.
basically like
Hmm?
the scenario is that we have two firewalls in between. So
Okay.
on the leftmost side, we have company resources and all the things, and in the middle, we have the resources which should have access to the outer resources, and between company resources and the uh,
Hmm?
things which should have access to the outside resources is have firewall in between, and
Hmm?
also the resources which will connect to the outside servers and that it is also under a firewall, so it is like two-layer security in between,
Hmm?
which like secures the system. So it's like complete scenario of demilitarized zones. Like database
Okay.
and all, it's in the backend,
Uh,
uh,
okay. And
in the left hand side, and the front end side, you have to access some website or like
web
some
server,
resources.
website, right?
Yeah, yes,
So your
it's in the
website,
middle.
so your website will be in
Yeah,
DMZ while your database
yeah,
will be
correct.
in the
In the
non-DMZ
backend, yeah,
part,
correct.
basically the LAN
Yeah,
part.
correct. Yes, correct.
Okay. And so in the project you haven't made DMZ, no?
No, no, we were planning to,
Okay,
तो
okay.
वो बीच में aptitude आ गया, so yeah,
No, no issue, no issue, है ना?
yeah.
And okay, so what are the OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities?
OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities.
Hmm.
Yeah. mm, Cross-site scripting is there.
Okay,
Privacy, uh,
okay.
like uh,
Injection, SQL injection.
SQL injection is there, and
Hmm.
uh, weak password and all that. Like सारे
Hmm.
10 तो याद नहीं है. Like
No,
all
do
idea
read
थोड़ी
about
है.
it. Okay, because the
Yes,
company
yes, yes.
which will have the JD JD of security and all that, so they will
Okay,
definitely
तो
ask
like
this
पूरे 10
OWASP
के
and
10
all.
पूछते हैं क्या?
Just have
Okay.
a go through of that, like three, four, five, six at least
Mm-hmm.
you must know, na?
Correct. Yeah.
And what is back flooding? Do you know? I have an idea about back flooding.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Backsliding is
And how uh, hmm,
yeah,
right?
like we can
Hmm,
flood the MAC address for the
hmm,
particular port or so. So
hmm.
it will like flood all the range that it has in the MAC table. So and like so address resolution protocol वो बराबर हो नहीं पाएगा like MAC address
Yeah, the
वो like
traffic will
वो flood हो
because
जाएगा yeah. So it will
yeah.
randomly go in all
uh,
direction yeah.
okay, okay. And what are the
Yeah.
difference between stateless and stateful firewall?
Stateless and stateful.
Yeah.
Uh, Stateless and stateful. Um,
Hmm.
and stateful firewall,
Hmm.
it will define the state, I guess. Uh,
Hmm.
mm, पढ़ा था मैंने ये.
Okay. Basically, in stateful, the state is maintained. State table is maintained in firewall.
Okay.
Like for example, if I'm making an policy,
Mm-hmm.
let's assume eco, ICMP itself, from my
Mm-hmm.
side to your side. I will have only one
Mm-hmm.
policy at the firewall if it is a stateful
Okay.
because it will maintain a state table. But if it is a
Okay.
stateless, then I need to have a two policies. One from my
Okay.
side to your side, and your side to my side also. Reply path basically.
Okay.
Understood? Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Read about it. It's a good stateful and stateless firewall. Nowadays,
Yeah.
stateful firewalls are all there in market itself.
Okay. Stateful
Okay.
is
And
there.
what is
Okay.
NGFW?
NGFW.
Yeah, next generation firewall. What are they?
Yeah, okay, next
Hmm,
generation firewall.
hmm, hmm,
NXGFW. Okay. It is like
hmm.
it is a hybrid firewall. It is like
Okay.
mixture of stateful. firewall and like
Hmm?
stateless firewall.
No,
So
no, 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 no.
it's hybrid one.
It is it is not a mixture of NGFW basically. It is also like it also checks the traffic, but it also has the UTM features, Unified Threat Management. It will have the signature matching, application matching, web filter, DNS queries. So
Yeah,
that
okay,
makes it next
UTM. Yeah,
generation firewall.
UTM is yeah, like
Unified Threat
it's
Management.
like device like switch. Yes, it's UTM. So in that, like
So basically,
multiple things is
read about
configured.
this NGFW, and
Ah,
nowadays NGFWs are used in data centers.
okay.
That's why. You have
Yeah,
dedicated NGFW even in a data center, firewalls and all.
yeah. I was knowing
Hmm.
about the UTM. Like it's like
Uh,
complete package for all
so
the yeah
basically,
firewall and
both the definitions are same itself, NJW, UTM. Only thing is the company
mhm.
makes it, some they call it NJW, some call it UTM.
Okay, okay, okay.
Overall, their work
Yeah.
is same itself.
Okay, yeah, got
Hmm.
it.
Hmm. Okay, so what is a rootkit? Rootkit, have you heard about it?
Rootkit,
Hmm. Hmm.
no. Rootkit, no.
Okay, it's a type of malware basically. It is
Okay,
like
no, no.
gaining an access, then it conceal itself, deceive itself. That's
Okay,
why, and it affects the root. You will not know
okay.
about it in your
No,
system.
no.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Basically. And what is the difference between worm and virus?
Worm and virus, like virus
Uh,
needs host, like it needs software application to
okay, it
execute,
needs an
and
hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
worm is like self-replicating.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it
It can
doesn't need
replicate
an
itself.
host. Yeah,
Hmm.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And Trojan also you might have done. You might have also done the practical on Trojan.
Yes, yes. As a
Okay. So what is
Trojan is
Trojan?
basically they seem to be like they are like valid and proper one, but like they are not.
Hmm.
Once they are like into your system, they get executed and they run the like Marvel scripts all around your system. So it's like Trojan.
Oh, good software, bad software in the good software, malicious. है ना?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Manu sir would have told you the definitions and keywords, right? He
Yeah.
would have emphasized on the keywords itself.
Security, no, no. Security was covered by Nisarg Acharya, sir.
Acha, Acharya sir covered the security, and Manu sir covered only
Yeah.
Linux and NDC.
Yes. Well, NDC and PKI.
PKI. Okay, okay, okay. So in PKI
Yes.
we have asymmetric keys and symmetric keys. What is the difference between them?
Yes, yes, yes. Uh,
Hmm?
in symmetric key, only one key is required, and in
Uh,
asymmetric key, two keys are required. One for like encryption and decryption.
which key is required?
Private key
Public
and
key, private
public key.
key.
Yes.
Okay.
Public key and private
What are the
keys.
types of what is the difference between encryption and hashing?
Okay.
Hmm?
Encryption is like converting the plain text into non-readable text, and
Okay.
hashing is like converting like the value into like in a hash code. So it is like
Hmm?
irreversible process. So that's why it's called like hashing.
Hashing checks the
It,
integrity,
yeah, it
right?
changes the integrity. Correct. Yeah.
Integrity. Hashing
Yeah.
algorithms. है ना?
Yes. Correct.
Yeah. And what is the rainbow table attack?
Rainbow table attack.
Uh, hmm?
Rainbow table.
It is related to hashes itself. That's why.
नहीं, rainbow table नहीं.
It is basically it maintains a table and it tries to
Mhm.
crack an hash of a password. So
Okay.
instead of cracking an password, it tries to crack an password through the hash.
Okay.
Okay, read about it. It's a good basically how this rainbow
Okay.
table attack
Okay.
works. Huh?
Rohan,
Hmm.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
what is the configuration file name of DNS and where is it located?
Okay. DNS.
Hmm.
पहले तो हम like पैकेज इंस्टॉल करते हैं DNS utils bind है.
hmm.
Then we go to CD etc
I'm
default
just asking the
named.
configuration file name of DNS
Okay.
and
Mhm.
where is it
Named is
located?
it's named. It is located in bind.
Bind is an package basically which have a DNS. है ना?
Mhm.
In etc it is
It is
stored. etc bind.
uh, slash
Ah,
etc slash name.com.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
name.com. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
you might have also how DNS works. Can you tell me the step by step? Like if I'm on your system and if I'm doing an NS lookup for an www.google.com, how will it work
Mhm.
basically?
Okay, for DNS
Hmm.
process. So
Yeah.
basically, it's like um, it converts like a name into an IP address. So the first step
Okay.
is like it will.
Hmm.
There are like three, four configuration like A, triple A, and like
Hmm.
reverse lookup, forward lookup, like zone
Okay.
files, forward lookup
Hmm.
zones and reverse lookup zones. So
Hmm.
it will look for like that particular IP is there or not. So then it will resolve that name, and then it
From
will
where? The very
use
first, where it will check. Very first.
mm, NS
Hmm.
lookup.
If I've done NS lookup
Mhm,
www.rohan.com,
mhm, mhm.
very first where it will check.
Name server,
No, it will check at cache. DNS has its
cache.
own cache,
Okay.
right?
Ah,
That's why you flush DNS at Windows during troubleshooting
yeah.
sometimes. Hmm? So very first it will check at cache,
Mhm,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. What is
Then,
DNS enumeration?
DNS.
Enumeration. This practical also you might have done.
DNS enumeration याद है.
Mhm.
okay.
DNS enumeration नहीं क्या exactly?
It's very
क्या था
simple. You
उसमें?
can even do on Windows itself. It tells you all the information about a DNS. Basically, it gives you the whole A record, everything, IP, host name, DNS server name. This basically attacker can use this. Even in
Okay, नहीं
Nmap
नहीं.
we have. Hmm.
Okay, नहीं literally ये तो क्या नहीं था, याद रहता था
Uh,
practice.
so basically, what we do to prevent this, we have a technique called restricting zone.
Mm-hmm.
That is, so we restrict the zone, and then the DNS enumeration will not happen.
Okay,
This practical is there, I think. I'm not if I don't not if I'm correct. We have done this on checkpoint site. Manu sir made
नहीं
us to
नहीं
do DNS enumeration.
नहीं नहीं सर
Hmm.
सॉरी करेक्ट याद रहता था मुझे नहीं 5%
Hmm?
पूछा था तो आई कुड हैव
हाँ
नहीं
हाँ
कवर ही नहीं हुआ.
हाँ. Even in Windows you can do that.
Okay,
There is
yeah,
command. Less hyphen d some command is there. You can check. है ना?
okay,
That will give
yeah.
you all the information about the DNS. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in which field you have an interest? DevOps or security or other field, audit and all?
Uh,
Hmm?
like I've been like DevOps, like DevSecOps. this में like दोनों सीखने
DevSecOps.
मिले. Yeah,
So why we have a DevSecOps?
like
We already have
automating
DevOps. Why do you have DevSecOps? What is DevSecOps
because
basically?
like basically it's an like we have DevOps already. It is like development plus operations.
Okay.
For the security of that, but we have sec. It's like integrated with DevOps. It's like
Actually, voice
DevSecOps.
is breaking. Hmm.
आ रहा है क्या?
And हाँ भी आ रहा है.
Yeah, it's integrated within DevOps itself. It's like uh, safe practices of DevOps. So secure the system like and the pipeline itself and the application. So for that, like we have DevSecOps. Like we
Okay,
all know
okay.
like
So,
vulnerabilities are increasing day by day. Yeah.
okay. Um, why we use Docker? And before Docker,
Doc-
what was there? Why Docker came basically? Give me a real life example. Huh?
Docker, mhm. Docker is for
Hmm.
containerization.
Okay.
So in that we have like all the application files, and we
Hmm.
use Docker because like through which we can use it on the multiple environments. We can. It's like very simple. We can store the like application files in one Docker container, and
Hmm.
irrespective of the environment, we can run it on multiple environments
And
directly on. For that, Docker is used. Yeah.
okay. And Kubernetes, this practical have you done Kubernetes and all?
Yeah, Kubernetes नहीं Kubernetes sir ने overview बताया like sir didn't
Okay, so
they said
okay.
like for freshers Kubernetes are not like
Huh,
recommended.
that is yeah. So what is vertical
Yeah.
scaling and horizontal scaling?
vertical scaling and horizontal scaling.
Yeah.
Mm,
Hmm.
I know about vertical approach and horizontal approach. Like
Okay. Tell me about that.
TCPI,
Vertical approach, horizontal
yeah,
approach. Hmm.
TCP/IP has like horizontal approach, and like OSI
Where,
have
where?
like vertical approach. Like TCP/IP and horizontal OSI model, in that like we have vertical approach and horizontal approach.
Okay.
Or
Basically,
TCP/IP
vertical
uses
scaling.
horizontal approach. Mm-hmm,
Basically, vertical scaling and horizontal scaling is very simple. If you have a
mm-hmm,
system, you have a laptop, and
mm-hmm,
you're playing in game,
mm-hmm,
but your resources are not that much efficient.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So what will you do? You will just increase the RAM and all that.
Okay.
This is the vertical scaling where you are increasing the resources to your existing system. And horizontal
Mm-hmm.
is you will add the other system as well. Understood?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Upgradation
Yeah, yeah, got
and
it.
addition.
Okay.
So this is a vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. In data center, it is used basically server
Okay.
side. Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, and what is NAS and SAN? And difference between NAS and SAN?
Mass and SAM.
Network attached storage and storage attached network.
Can
Hmm.
you like define the word like MAS you are talking?
I'm talking about NAS, network attached storage, and the storage area network, SAN. NAS and
Okay,
SAN.
SAN. Okay, storage
SAN
area
and
network
NAS.
and
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Uh, hmm.
Uh, Storage area network like it is centrally stored within a server or something, and like
Okay.
in the network, uh, it is like it's in the uh, cloud through which like we can
Hmm.
configure
Okay.
the settings and all. Yeah.
I just read about it. What happens in
Mhm.
NAS and
Rohan,
Okay.
okay. Uh,
Yeah.
what is the difference between relative path and absolute path?
Relative path and absolute path.
Hmm.
Relative path. mm, पढ़ा है like definition याद
Okay.
नहीं आ रहा
Okay. How to check the kernel version?
kernel version.
Hmm.
uh, you have a Linux now. So basically,
Yeah, yeah.
relative path and absolute path is like if your absolute path
अरे
tells you
हाँ
the whole
आया
location
आया याद
starting from your root
just a
directory.
second yes yes correct absolute is
Manu sir
from
would have given the
root
example. है ना?
yes absolute
Uh,
path is from the root directory and like relative path
uh,
is from the point you are then the further
you are
directory
in
is
the
slash slash correct
in directory where you are, right?
yes correct
है ना?
ये
Yes, yes, yes.
टाइप पे याद नहीं आता
No
That
problem.
yeah
happens. See, every interview will have the basic thing itself.
Hmm.
है ना?
hmm
And
yeah
they're only check. And what is have you read about RAID RAID?
rate levels
Yeah.
RAID uh,
Yes.
नहीं इतना नहीं पर मैं पढ़ा था
Okay. So there are different types of RAID which we configure on the servers.
आवाज आ रहा है
It's
क्या
a redundant array of independent disks.
जस्ट अ सेकंड
What? Hmm?
ब्लूटूथ
Hmm?
डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया
Okay.
हेलो
Hello. हाँ.
हाँ जस्ट अ सेकंड ब्लूटूथ इज
Yeah. Yeah.
रिकनेक्टिंग
Sure. Sure.
ऐसा आवाज आ रहा है क्या लैपटॉप से
आ रहा है आवाज आ रहा है
ओके जस्ट अ सेकंड ब्लूटूथ डिस्चार्ज दिस
Has CDAC shared you JD?
नो नॉट येट
JD is not shared.
नो
Okay. Okay. Okay.
कल
17
प्रेजेंटेशन है ना
को
उसकी
17 को शेयर करेंगे.
यस
Okay.
यस
Okay. 17.
या आई एम ऑडिबल
Yeah. Yeah.
या ओके स्विच टू डिफरेंट हेडफोन या हेलो
Hello. हाँ. All okay?
हाँ यस यस यस
Yeah. Hmm.
Rohan,
हाँ, yes.
हाँ.
I want to ask how to display first column of a file in Linux.
How to display first column of a file?
Hmm.
First,
Tell me the command.
mm,
Awk set commands.
Have you heard about?
sorry, no.
Have you used this command?
Aniket?
Have you used
Hello.
the
Hello.
awk
Yes.
command?
Yeah. Can you repeat the question?
I want
अभी
to ask.
आवाज नहीं आ रहा. हाँ, हाँ.
I want to ask how to display first column of file.
फर्स्ट कॉलम ऑफ फाइल. नहीं, ये ट्राई नहीं किया था. देख के तो नहीं
Okay.
बोलूंगा.
How to check the file's permission?
फाइल परमिशन, एल एस हाइफन एल, वहाँ पे दिख जाता है डायरेक्टरी
Okay.
से
What are the
रीड राइट
components
परमिशन
which
है
are
कि नहीं.
shown in LSIFNL?
आर डब्ल्यू एक्स एंड यूजर
नहीं नहीं,
ग्रुप
when you
others.
run the command ls-l,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what are the components which are shown?
Like it shows like a file name or a directory name, then permissions, then
And
groups, user, rwx read write or वो.
what is nobody no group?
Nobody no group. No, I
Hmm?
don't know. No,
Nobody no group, you haven't used?
no, no, literally not used.
Okay. See, ls-l shows you the permission. It also shows you the group, user,
Mm-hmm.
size, date,
Yes. Yeah.
okay, extension.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what is sticky bit?
Sticky
Have you heard
bit.
about sticky bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Like file or directory permission, like it like prevents unauthorized deletion or like renaming of files.
And how it is
Right.
represented?
We presented
T.
uh, temp
TTT. Yes. You have
slash.
RWS, no? So there itself we
Mhm.
have a T also. So
Yes, yes,
basically
yes.
it tells that you cannot
Like
rename or delete the file.
like for
Sticky
that,
bit.
like I'm recalling like chmod plus t is used.
That you need to check that how sticky bit is configured. But basically command you need to check. Even command I'm not aware that how to
Yeah,
make sticky bit.
chmod plus t. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, that might be there, but T is basically representation of it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Rohan,
So, okay.
Yeah.
what is the difference between ifconfig and ipconfig?
I have config and ip config.
Yes.
I know that. Um, ip mm, was
Have you
I've
checked the
config.
network
I've
interfaces?
yes. I've config is for Linux, I guess, and like ip config like हम विंडोज भी यूज करते हैं मोस्टली.
Okay.
Like all the connected networks and like so,
Huh.
and IF is like mostly for like Unix and like Linux
Linux.
पे जहाँ पे
Okay.
करते हैं. Yeah, yeah.
Then I want to ask how to sort a file in reverse order.
It was mm, नहीं इसके कहानी याद नहीं आ रही.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
How to check the total number of partitions in Linux? Total number of
Partitions का
partitions in Linux. What command you used?
pn कमांड कुछ यूज किया था, I guess. pn for like number of partitions.
Have you heard the command fdisk?
Yeah, fdisk, gdisk. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, FDIS, GDIS is there. Like it shows like dev HDA1, dev HDB2.
fdisk -l.
Yes, yes. FDIS
What is
hyphen L.
grub? Grub.
It is like Grand Unified Bootloader. It's a bootloader.
And what happens in that?
It's like it's in this second stage. Like when the system gets started, first is the BIOS stage, and second is
Okay.
like
And
grub stage,
right.
like MBR stage.
Uh,
Yeah.
After finishing the hardware test, it grubs
Yeah.
loads the MBR, master boot record.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. At or kernel, है ना?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is yeah. So I think we are good to go with the interview. Interview is done, right?
Hmm.
Do you have any
Okay.
question like?
Yeah, like feedback and all.
It is good,
Like,
like, but it will be good if you give it more real life examples,
okay.
you know,
Like
and
such.
keywords. Like real life examples can be like if you're using VPN, like you have given, like you're
Hmm.
using your
Hmm.
office VPN. That was kind
Hmm.
of real life. More
Okay.
such kind of real life examples in other question as well, because what it
Okay.
does, na, it connects me to an answer very
Okay.
fast,
Yeah. Impact डालता
है
है.
ना? Yeah,
Yes.
impact डालता है definitely, है ना?
Yeah. Correct.
So that is good. While everything is good, and I think OWASP top 10 you need to read, है ना?
हाँ,
Some
correct.
security questions
Theory
you need
part.
to,
Yes, correct.
that CSS, reflected storage and all definitions,
Hmm.
है ना?
Hmm. Correct.
Basic
Basic things you
Linux
can read.
commands also.
हाँ,
Linux commands and
sorting
all,
and all. Yeah.
sorting and all, है ना?
Correct.
Situation based also you can check, like the situation based. I don't think so. They will go in so much deep.
Hmm.
This is basically comes after your experience,
Hmm.
situation based questions and all. But
Okay.
still, you can try if you're interested, है ना?
हाँ.
Uh,
और like कौन सा part पे like ज़्यादा focus करूँ?
See, I have mostly asked you about security, I think, है ना?
हम्म.
Yeah.
और
So I
DevOps
think
थोड़ा पूछो.
DevOps is also good. Focus on the project
हम्म.
itself. I think they will not go beyond the project. If that depends on JD also. Like if
हम्म.
your JD states about the data center, it states about the DevOps and all, then definitely they will ask.
Okay.
JD is very important, है ना? I think so.
हाँ, डेटा
Yeah.
सेंटर का भी नहीं पता था मुझे वो साउथ
हाँ,
वेस्ट और ये वाला.
north,
या
south, east, west, basically vertical scaling, horizontal scaling, all basic
ये
definitions.
आईटीएल में था क्या? अमित
I think
कचरू सर
vertical
का
scaling and
हाँ.
horizontal scaling is in your ITR itself. This
हम्म.
north, south, and east, west was there in frozen book. The book I
ओके.
think you might have got data communication networking, a blue color book
हाँ हाँ,
from
यस,
CDAC.
लाइक या बढ़िया
In that
बढ़िया.
north, south, and
करेक्ट.
east, west is there.
ओके.
Actually, I used to read that. So Acharya sir marked some of the important chapters in that.
ओके.
You can also check with him, like what are the important chapters in that. He will mark it. है ना?
हाँ,
If you have
समझा.
time, you can go through it. This book is very good, fantastic book. Frozen.
ओके. यस.
Yeah, it's a
एंड
data communication networking.
हाँ, I want to ask like about the like CCPP और like, कैसे होती है प्रोसेस, like first like aptitude is there for the companies,
App,
CDAC तो नहीं लेती.
हाँ, some companies might have aptitude. I think aptitude का दिक्कत होगा नहीं. OR जैसा होता है वैसे ही aptitude रहेगा.
ओके.
OR तो यही होंगे ना बहुत सारे.
कौन से?
SSB में OR.
हाँ हाँ, ओके, वो यार बोल रही हूँ. हाँ हाँ. मुझे
हाँ,
लगा ये इधर के बोल रहे. यस, यस, करेक्ट.
नहीं नहीं, OR तो ये about वैसे ही रहेंगे, है ना?
हाँ.
उससे भी इजी
क्योंकि नहीं,
रहते हैं.
इस बार नहीं, सीसी में क्या गया था, रीजनिंग नहीं था, वर्बल नहीं था, और बाकी नहीं था, सिर्फ
हाँ,
कॉन्स डाल दिया था.
क्या डाल दिया था
ऐसे
उन्होंने?
कर सिर्फ कॉन्स
कौन?
डाल दिया
अच्छा,
था. मैथ्स,
अच्छा,
रीजनिंग
वो
नहीं था,
ट्रेन वगैरह के
लॉजिकल
सारे
नहीं था.
क्वेश्चंस.
हाँ,
हाँ,
सिर्फ वो मिक्सचर, एलिगेशन, प्रॉफिट,
तो
लॉस.
वो क्लियर हो गया ना तुम्हारा तो?
हाँ.
हाँ, तो
फर्स्ट
फिर
इसमें रह गया था, सेकंड इसमें क्लियर हो गया. फर्स्ट इसमें क्या था, प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट भी बड़े थे, तो क्लियर, मतलब कंप्लीट ही नहीं हुआ
हाँ,
पेपर. आता था वो वाला
ओके,
कंसेप्ट. हाँ, सेकंड इसमें हो
अच्छा,
गया आराम से.
हाँ, ओके, ओके,
हम्म.
अच्छा, इसमें मतलब बैक था एप्टीट्यूड में?
हाँ, सेकंड इसमें क्लियर हो गया.
अच्छा, हो गया ना, चलो बढ़िया फिर, है
हाँ.
ना? हाँ,
तो
और
अभी तो
सीसीए में
68
सिक्सटी
आ
एट
रहे हैं.
परसेंटेज है ना?
हाँ.
मेन शॉर्टलिस्ट होके सीडैक में इंटरेस्ट है आने को,
अ,
तो अपना बेस्ट
क्या
देना
मतलब
फिर, है ना?
हाँ, वो तो
हाँ,
है. रोल्स
हाँ,
रोल क्या होता है?
देखो यहाँ पे तो तुमको डेजिग्नेशन जो मिलती है प्रोजेक्ट इंजीनियर की मिलती है.
हम्म.
अब रोल डिपेंड करता है. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर
हम्म.
जबकि तुम हमारे प्रोजेक्ट में आ गए,
हम्म.
तो इसमें फायरवॉल है, स्टोरेज है, फिर सिस्टम्स है, नेटवर्क नॉक है, सॉक
हाँ
है ना?
हाँ.
तो ये तुम्हारे इंटरव्यू में परफॉर्मेंस और उसके बाद तुम्हारा रेज्यूमे वगैरह देख के, एक्सपीरियंस वगैरह देख के भी रोल दिया जाता है
ओके.
और टीम में सेग्रीगेट किया जाता
ओके.
है ना?
और लाइक मेरा कुछ
हाँ,
इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा क्या पासिंग का और बीच में, लाइक वो एग्जामिनेशंस के लिए गैप लिया था कॉम्पिटिटिव का?
कौन से?
मतलब अभी थोड़ा गैप है ना बीच में एग्जामिनेशन की वजह से, और लाइक
वो कोई
प्रीवियस
नहीं,
की वजह
यू हैव
से.
अ जस्टिफिकेशन. आई थिंक आपका 4 इयर्स का गैप है ना?
हाँ लाइक
21
बीच में
से
लाइक
पास होने का
6 मंथ्स
25।
का एक्सपीरियंस भी और 6 मंथ्स का इंटर्नशिप भी है टोटल।
हाँ बस, और उसके बाद तो 6 महीने तो उसी में लगे होंगे, एसएसबी
हाँ
टीआर और
एसएसबी के
उसमें।
इसमें, हाँ
हाँ हाँ, वो तो
बराबर एक
अंडरस्टूड
साल
है ना।
10 महीने। हम्म।
वो आरएमबी रहेगा, एएमबी रहेगा, वो तो आप बता सकते हो ना।
यस करेक्ट।
हाँ पीआर, वो पीआर हो गया क्या फिर आपका लेफ्ट फ्रैक्चर?
हाँ मेरा वही फिजिकल था और चेक किया था लेफ्ट हैंड से, तो वो बोल रहे थे
हाँ
लाइक रॉड भी था ना, तो